Every single time. Every single time I say I'm getting ready to go live, Charlie just gets up and walks away. No respect for the show, Nick. No respect for the show. Now he's back, but he's muted. He's back and he's muted and he can't talk.
Charlie,
He had a
a
video
weird,
playing when
there
he
was a
walked
weird
away.
guy beating on my door.
Weird guy beating on your door. What are you talking
Yeah.
about beating on your door?
And he didn't go away after the first time, so I had to go.
Was that
say,
your
"Hey,
was that to your
guy,
house?
Go away." Yeah,
Was it really?
he was looking for someone that's not here. He was looking for the last people that were here, actually.
Dude, that's a private. That's probably a private investigator.
Could be.
Have you? You think that are you being followed today? Like black helicopters following you around? Anything?
If he's a private investigator, I'm not worried at all.
Why?
If that's what they said.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Why was he not? Was he not scary? Wasn't a scary guy? Was he scary?
No comment.
Nick, how long have you been a Cyndi Lauper fan? I had no idea that you were into the Lauper.
Yeah, I love Cindy Crawford songs.
Cyndi Lauper.
Cindy Crawford. I have
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah, Cindy Crawford also sung what's that song? What is it? Oh, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
That's not that's not her.
No?
That's absolute 2 steps forward, 3 steps. Who did sing that? Oh, that's Bruce Springsteen. 1 step up, 2 steps back.
The
Alanis
Village People.
Morissette.
Village People. You a
Alanis
big Village
Morissette.
People fan, Nick?
Alanis Morissette.
Oh yeah, Lance. Hold on, time out before we get started with the show and I introduce. We're actually live. Scale. Okay, scale of 1 to no. I'm not even gonna scale 1 to 10. Would you bang Alanis Morissette? Like 90s Alanis Morissette. You ought to know song.
Wait, Fiona Apple's the skinny one.
Oh, Fiona Apple would get it for sure.
Really? I think I would break her. But
You
Alanis
wouldn't break
Morissette.
her. You're not that rugged. You
Um,
couldn't break her. No
It's
way.
not rug. It's no. She looks brittle.
She looks brittle.
Yeah.
She's a vegetarian, probably.
Scott, you act like you're speaking from experience.
What are you talking
Isn't-
Like, no, you're not that rough.
about? Nick and I did share a hotel room once in Detroit.
Yeah, and then there's
He said he loved
who's
me.
There's a lot of good stories that start out that way.
remember Cheryl Crow said that she wiped her ass with 3 pieces of toilet paper.
No,
She said that.
she said just 3 pieces. That was
Yeah,
it.
that's all you need.
If you're,
What?
there's a whole
I had a weird
line
thing
of,
for sure.
There's a line of nutritionists that says if you eat properly, you don't even need toilet paper.
Oh,
Really? That,
I don't eat properly, so
I was gonna say those nutritionists stink.
Yeah.
Literally, they fucking
They
smell,
stink.
guaranteed. Let's play Mary Bang Kill. Alanis Morissette, Cheryl Crow, and Fiona Apple. Charlie, go. It's a tough one. I got mine already.
who are the choices again?
Oh Christ.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette, Fiona Apple.
Cheryl Crow.
Oh, and Cheryl Crow.
Yeah.
I think I would marry Cheryl Crow for financial reasons,
You'd marry Cheryl Crow.
and the other two, I guess I would kill Fiona Apple, just because her name's Apple and I'm an Android guy.
That's
And
dumb reason.
is that not a good option?
All right, Charlie, yours sucks.
Now
Nick,
you tell
what
me
are
how I'm
yours?
supposed to answer the question that you.
I'm
did
just
back
saying that you need to reevaluate your Mary fuck kill. Go ahead, Nick. What's yours?
Based on the toilet paper thing, we're gonna kill Cheryl Crow right there. Boom. She's
You're
gone.
killing Cheryl Crow.
Yeah, because of the toilet paper thing. That's ridiculous.
Have you seen her body? Cheryl Crow's body is awesome.
And she would let you do drugs because she lets her husband do drugs, right? Yeah.
Well, he
I
did
don't do drugs
steroids.
no more, so we're gonna kill her.
But
Okay,
with
she
her
did.
kind of money, you could do drugs.
Yeah, probably, but you know, I guess you would say because you saving money on toilet paper. You're saying that's why she's got a lot of money. So, and then I guess I always did like Alanis Morissette's music the best out of all them. Would she have a choice? Yeah.
You
So,
seem like an Alanis Morissette guy.
Yeah, I think so. Marry and then bang Fiona Apple and break her. Yeah.
So that's your 3. Okay, both of you are wrong.
Uh,
I would bang Fiona Apple all day. All day. She's so hot. It's ridiculous how hot Fiona Apple is.
okay.
In a like dirty, like get in trouble, go to jail.
You said
type.
like
like Fiona Apple and I are gonna drive around and rob fucking drugstores.
But you
That's
said
what we're
in
gonna
the
do.
90s, and I was probably like 5 or 10 years old when you were talking about what these.
Fiona Apple was probably 20 when I was about 22. So she was like right in my ballpark, like right there. Where Sheryl Crow's a little older, and Alanis Morissette was about the same age as I was. So Fiona Apple and I would drive around the United States robbing drugstores and getting high, and that's what we would have done in our 20s.
Oh, I just looked at a picture of her. She's got the heroin eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would marry Sheryl Crow. I think I obviously she put up with a lot of shit. She married Lance Armstrong. She's putting up with a lot of shit.
Hopefully she's not putting up with too much shit because she's only using 3 pieces of toilet paper.
That part of it sucks. That part of it sucks. I would make her use more toilet paper. That would be in the vows. I'd be like, "You're going to use more toilet paper." I do, and then I would kill Lance Morissette because she's obviously nuts. Yeah. She's nuts. You know that song that You Ought to Know. You know that's a song about a guy from Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, I like the one that's really good is what is it? Isn't it ironic? Where there's like
isn't it ironic?
Yeah,
where everything she mentions in the song, not one single thing is ironic.
Yeah.
I think, but I like that song too.
Yeah,
I like that song too. Mark Loomis said he would hire the nutritionist to do his laundry after he only used 3 pieces of toilet paper.
Patrick King said, "Scott, she's never been in your ballpark."
You don't know Patrick. Patrick, let me tell you something. King, let me explain something to you. Now, first off, before we get fucking started here, hello, everyone. I've been gone for a few weeks. I know you've missed me. Well, I'm back. Secondly, my internet keeps going down. So if this show just immediately stops, it's not because I did something stupid. It's because I lost connection to the internet. Thirdly, Nick, it's great to have you here. Nick said he hadn't been on in the hot tub before. He's been in the hot tub. He's hosted the hot tub.
But not with Charlie. Not with Charlie.
Not with Charlie?
Yeah, I think me and Charlie have been on a show on a Zoom, like live before, but never on hot tub on a Friday.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe the Builders.
You guys were hanging out on Ram Ranch? Did you guys go to Ram Ranch? Where you guys were? Have you heard the Ram Ranch song? Either one of you?
I haven't. I do have a cow right here, though.
I'm going to tell you, we're going to listen to the Ram Ranch song tonight before we leave. It's fucking awful. All right, but Nick, it's great to see you. Charlie, like always, great to see your beautiful face.
Thank you, Scott.
It's
great to see you guys.
Uncomfortable.
It's great to see you guys.
Good to see you. So we got a nice little crowd here joining. Thanks everybody for joining. It is great to see it's Friday, and you guys know what we like to do on Friday. We like to get bubbly, like to get sudsy, and we like to take you guys into a fantastic, it is a holiday weekend. Some of us have Monday off for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Day, which is very, very nice. Any plans, either of you guys, for the weekend, long weekend? Do you guys both have it off Monday?
I don't.
No, we don't have off on Monday. Do I have plans?
I do.
Oh, first and foremost, I'm a big, I like the mixed martial arts fighting. So Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone, it's a really big fight, first UFC of the year. So that's a pretty big one. That's like stuff I really look forward to.
MMA?
Yeah.
You seen the bare knuckle MMA on YouTube?
Yes, I've watched some bare knuckle stuff too. I'm really more into the UFC stuff because I really believe those are the best in the world. But I do watch other stuff too, but that's like the main one.
I was actually watching an old podcast with Joe Rogan and Louis Theroux, the documentary guy. And they were talking about King of the Cage and a few things below the UFC and just the bare knuckle brawl street fights that seem to be, there's some on YouTube, but apparently they get a lot more graphic on some of the private sites and stuff where they just do like ridiculous stuff where there's teeth and muscle hanging out. And
that's what I like to see. That's the fights I like to see. Those are real fights.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching a dog fight with people.
Nick, in your opinion, MMA fighter, stand-up fighter against a boxer, who wins? I'll take that out. In a street fight, in a real street fight, these two guys, they go into a bar, they have a couple of drinks. Professional boxer, professional MMA fighter in a bar fight, who wins?
MMA.
Yeah, I think MMA too, because there's a lot of wrestling that goes around
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. The wrestling and stuff, and boxers are so used to fighting under structure that just doesn't exist in a barroom fight.
You guys ever been in a bar before?
In a bar fight?
No, in a bar.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen anybody getting a submission hold in a bar? I've never seen that. Have you seen it? Something that happens during bar fights?
Oh yeah.
Submission hold. Hold on, I got him. Crossface. No, it's all punching. There's no way the boxer is knocking that dude the fuck out.
But you see him fucking on the ground. Have you not seen a bunch of dudes rolling around in a bar?
Oh yeah.
In a bar fight?
Most.
I mean, yeah, you do see him roll around a bit.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of just about every fight comes to wrestling that I could remember. It's there's like if somebody doesn't get knocked out, it usually goes to wrestling. And
the best thing about bar fights is someone always gets cut with a bottle.
That's the first thing I look for. Whenever I can, because you can anticipate when the bar fight's going to start. I start looking around. I'm like the Terminator. I start looking around for different objects.
I've got
stick, pull cue over there. I could use that.
Yeah.
Bottle.
I've got hit with a bottle before.
In the head?
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
It didn't feel good at all.
Didn't like that, did you?
No.
What kind of beer was it? Do you remember?
Huh?
What kind of beer was it?
It was a 40 bottle.
Hit you with a fucking 40 bottle?
Yeah.
My buddy got hit with a 40 bottle. We were at a party one time. This guy jumped him, hit him with a 40 bottle. Yeah. He had a head like cement. It didn't even hurt him. He just fucking grabbed the dude and started whooping his ass.
Yeah.
Wow. It was crazy. Those things are pretty hard.
Yeah, those are fucking thick glass.
Yeah. What kind of 40 was it? St. Ides?
What was it, dude? This is fucked up. Listen to this. So
I'm listening.
So, right, he was underage, right? And I bought him the 40. And then he started acting out of hand. And he had his girlfriend with him. And I guess I don't know what happened, but something happened that made him really jealous. And we were playing stickball up against a thing. We weren't at a bar, we were at a park. And we were leaving and we shook hands. And he went to shake my left hand. And this is something I remembered. He went to shake my left hand, and I extended my left hand. And he took his right hand with the 40 and smacked it up against my fucking head. So, yeah.
Did he do it as a joke?
No. He was a little fucking crazy. It wasn't the first time, and it wasn't the last time that he did something stupid. So, we ended up fighting in the middle of the park for a couple minutes until like people were like, break it up and shit. He was younger, but still, he deserved an ass kicking.
You talk about like youth drinking. Like in my day, say like 40 ounces of malt liquor were like the pro-choice for underage drinking.
Oh yeah, like I remember I pretty much drank every day and stuff in high school partying, and I would go home at night and have a few 40s with me. And I would be drinking it on the way home. Well, I would just stick it under the seat of my car. And so the next day when I got up and went to go out again, I would just take that fucking hot, flat 40 out from under the seat and take the screw top off and just fucking finish it. Now it makes me want to barf, but I would drink hot beer like crazy out of an old 40.
What kind? Okay, so what was your go-to 40 back in the day?
I hate to admit this, but it was Bud Light.
Bud Light 40? That's not malt liquor.
I didn't say malt liquor.
That's just.
I wasn't like Schlitz Blue Bull was popular here.
Schlitz Blue and Red Bull. You could see floaties in the bottom.
I liked. I'm different. I can't drink warm beer. It has to be cold. So actually, 40s. When it came to 40s, I'd rather buy 2 Deuces, 2 Silver Thunders, 22 ounce. And drink them because they would stay colder for longer.
Yeah, I did a lot.
I drank a 40. I couldn't drink like this end of it because it was already warm. Because you're holding it in your hand, it's getting warm as you're drinking. So if you don't drink it fast, I can't drink that end. So I would get 2 22 ounces instead.
I'll take you back. Yeah, Deuces were cool. Yeah. I drank 7 Deuces one time. 7.
Yeah, that's
7 malt liquor Deuces. I was fucking hammered. I was like, I don't know, 23.
I was always the guy that had 40s or 22s with me. So we went over to a friend of mine's house while he was getting ready one night to go out and party. And same thing, I liked cold beer too. So I threw my 40 in the freezer at his house, and one of them was drinking the other one. and fucking forgot about it. And the next day, his mom called me so pissed off. I actually never went to his house again. She was so mad because that son of a bitch exploded and got beer all over everything in their freezer.
Yeah.
So don't forget your 40 in the freezer.
Yep.
Don't forget. So, Chad, what's your favorite malt liquor? I want to get an idea what the favorite malt liquor is.
Is there a favorite malt liquor?
Yeah, mine was St. Ides. If you remember St. Ides.
Yeah.
That was mine. I drank a lot of St. Ides as a kid.
Yeah.
And OE. I used to get cases of OE from my buddy.
Yeah. Colt 45 is a malt liquor too, right?
Colt 45, yeah. Colt 45 was strong. They had this one called Power Master that they had to take off the market because it was literally like 16% alcohol. You drank like 140 of it, you'd be fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Hammered. Yeah.
I kind of basically, it was either beer or Mad Dog 2020 for me.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that.
I drink a lot of TW Samuels and a lot of Old Charter just because it was cheap to buy a pint or a fifth of it. But I wasn't a malt liquor guy.
Mad Dog 2020, one bottle of Mad Dog 2020 would do you right. Kiwi lime.
Yeah.
Kiwi lime was mine, the green one. That's when panties started coming down, Charlie.
Yeah. See,
there was a lot of drunk wild partying that went on with Mad Dog 2020.
I think about my adolescence and I think about alcohol and how it played a part in defining my sexuality and how it also helped me get a lot of necking over the top boob grabbing and things of that nature. And I think that I nowadays that would be considered assault, correct?
Yeah.
You cannot have relations with someone that is intoxicated. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Am I right? So. If somebody groped my daughter when they were drunk, I'd want to punch them.
Yeah, it changes when you have a daughter too. But yeah, I
think big time.
Sometimes I think back, and even my mind now is different than how it was. And I'm like, man, maybe that wasn't a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, back then it was like get a bunch of girls together, drink some Mad Dog 2020.
Oh yeah, man. They would hear.
I'm going under the shirt. I'm going under the shirt tonight, Nick.
Yeah, they would start out with Boone's Farm and finish with Mad Dog 2020. Boone's Farm was woo. That was some good shit. Charlie, hit us off with some funny news, man. What do we got on the news this week? Anything good? Last couple weeks, missed a couple weeks. Good to see you again. We do have a few things.
All right, let's go.
One of them is a fairly serious case. Involves the Supreme Court of the United States.
Supreme Court of the United States.
Yeah, a huge decision came down this past week. The nation's highest court refused to take up a challenge to a city ordinance in New Hampshire prohibiting women from appearing topless in public.
Oh.
The Supreme Court on Monday decided not to free the nipple, refusing to hear an appeal by 3 women fined by a city in New Hampshire for exposing their breasts. So the women argued that banning female but not male toplessness was prejudice and took it to the Supreme Court. They claimed it violated the Constitution. The Supreme Court basically left the ruling in place and said, this isn't an issue we're going to hear or waste our time on. So ladies, you still can't show your nipples, apparently, in New Hampshire.
What if you identify as a man?
Huh.
What if you identify as a man, you just take your shirt off?
Pay grade.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Nick?
Well, if you
identify as a man,
yeah,
to me, the law is black and white, and you're either a man or a woman when it comes down to the law. Like, you can identify as Jose, and I can call you Jose all I want, but your fucking birth certificate still says Scott.
Nope. Not if I change
How's
it.
that?
I don't know, because here's a situation that has happened. I think this happened in Virginia. I was reading this today. A gentleman got caught in his house with like thousands of hours of child pornography. Like a 50-year-old guy. They pulled him out of his house. They had a picture of him. And when he went to the court, he told the court that he identifies as a 6-year-old girl. So Is
the shit that's going to happen too.
Is that possible?
No judge.
What do we do? Do we say he can't identify as a 6-year-old? Is that against his rights to not identify as a 6-year-old?
This is why they got to.
I don't care. Wait, hold on. I don't care if he identifies as a 6-year-old girl. He's got every right to do that and say that's what he identifies as. But when you break the law with child porn, it doesn't matter if you're a 6-year-old girl or a 40-year-old pervert.
Yeah, that's true. That's there's like a guy that does he does it just to like fuck with people because of the whole identify thing, but he's like a bodybuilder and he'll identify as a woman for like 24 hours just to go beat everybody at weightlifting.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. There's a guy who's setting records in track and field. And there's a guy who plays volleyball at a collegiate level. Who is just there? He's just dominating.
There was a power lifter, I believe, that actually took the title from a woman. So let's say it's your kid who's in a middle school or high school, playing little league sports of some type, girls softball or whatever it is, and there's a couple of guys that identify as females that are on the opposing team or on her team. Should they be allowed on since they do identify as females and be in the locker room with them, or should males have to stick to male sports because their bodies are a different way than females?
Yeah, I think that's actually, their male and female bodies are completely different. So I think it was said on Joe Rogan before, which is a good idea. They should have just a league just for people that identify with other things, because it would be even then, wouldn't it? In their mind, it would be even. If you're a male that identifies as a girl, then a girl that identifies with a man, that would be an even thing in your world. In the world
that's sensible, just like basically giving them their own weight class.
Yeah.
I mean, if that is accepted in the community I live in, if the community I live in accepts men to pose as women and play sports against my child who's a female, then there's nothing I can do about it. What can I do about it? But at the same time, I can still, I mean, let's admit it's kind of a funny thing. It's kind of funny. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, it's funny. Okay, so you're saying you're a girl now? Okay, that's kind of funny. Let's take the social justice gloves off and just think about it. It's funny.
It's funny and
I can make fun of it. And I can make fun of it in the stands, and I can laugh at them. And it's funny. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to do that. You're allowed to play. I'm allowed to make fun of it.
Right. No, I totally agree. And then when it's your daughter who gets a scholarship opportunity or something taken away from them because they were competing against a guy who identifies as a woman but has been training as a man their entire life.
Right.
Then to me, that's where it becomes an issue.
When it gets in the way of opportunity or accomplishment of goals, that's when you're taking world records away from women who are like devote their, because you mentioned bodybuilding or excuse me, powerlifting, right? Weightlifting, is that one? Do you understand like the lifestyle that a powerlifter has to live?
Yeah.
Everything revolves around powerlifting. There's no decision you make during the day, awake or asleep. There's no decision you make that doesn't revolve around being able to lift weights. The way you eat, the way you sleep, how much you train, everything that you do. To have that kind of devotion in your life to something like that. And then to have somebody come in and beat you because they're just generally stronger and bigger than you and they have a penis, that's not right. That's not right. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I hope we don't get to that place. I mean, we're already kind of there. I think there's going to be asterisks next to those records. Like, people are like, well, he has a penis. And he, but it's so, I know I hate to use the word fair, but it's just not fair.
In like 2018 and 2019, we kind of started taking a turn after the whole Me Too movement and the law decisions that were made on who could use which bathroom. Do you think we're going to start kind of like correcting and coming back out of the ditch? Or do you think we're just off the rails and society's going to go to the shitter?
I think half of this stuff is a trend anyway. I think that there's absolutely people out there that may be born in the wrong body because just number wise, it just is probably going
Right.
to happen. Like where people actually, you know, feel like a woman and they're born in a man's body. I think that shit actually does happen.
Oh, I totally think it happened.
I think for the most part, it's a trend, people trying to be the most different they can be because just that's just how people are. That's just how people are. It's just like how trends grunge goes to, you know, like hippies go to disco, disco goes to grunge, grunge goes to whatever the fuck they're listening to these days. And it's the same thing. Everybody wants to be different and they want to be more extreme than the next person, and it's
that sparked a thought now, because with social media the way it is now, we've seen a lot of people like it's just who can be the most outrageous and who can get the most attention kind of a thing. And it's people constantly trying to lift that bar of what level they're going to go or what line they're going to cross.
It's completely different being attracted to a different race and then actually there's just too many. It just seems like, where did all these people, I said this on my show a couple weeks ago, like where did all these people come from? Because when I was going to school, there was like one gay kid that everybody knew was gay, probably, you know, it was just a given in my school. And now it's like, dude, there's like 3 out of 10 people are some kind of different, it identifies some kind of different thing. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I don't know. It goes back to that whole outrageous thing and the attention-seeking behavior, and so much attention-seeking behavior goes on with parents now who I feel like try to push their political views one way or the other. Like when we were in school and there was a lot of people who might have been gay but weren't out with it or weren't flamboyant with it. Now it's almost like it's the cool thing to do to have someone that's different and just to create an issue so you can fight about it, kind of a thing.
I think we need to kind of clarify here. First off, just because you're a transgender does not mean you are homosexual.
Right.
Those two have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, I didn't mean to force that.
No, and I just want to clear this up. That like people who are homosexual, that is something that is completely different to me than it is being transgender. And either one of them are wrong. I'm not saying either one of them are wrong or anything like that. A gay person, like I don't even like, it doesn't even cross my mind that somebody's gay. It's almost like somebody being black. Like I don't like look at him and be like, that's a black guy. I try not to think that way. And especially with homosexuals. Like I try not to even think that somebody's gay. Like I work, like a lot of people I work with are homosexual men, and I don't even think they're gay. Just they're Bob or Mike. Like that's it. Transgender is a little different. Transgender is a little bit more of, for our generation at least, it's a little bit more getting over the hump of being able to look at somebody who is obviously a guy or obviously a woman and trying to be the other gender. And it's hard because you're looking at them, you're like, well, you know, your eyes are telling you what you're seeing, right? So it's a little different. Do I think it's a trend? It kind of is. I think homosexuality kind of became a trend with some people and maybe who were kind of confused in their lives and maybe they didn't understand what they really wanted. And not taking away from anybody or anything, but I think even some would admit like, oh yeah, you know, I didn't really know. You hear the word curious a lot. I was curious or whatever. You know, transgender is a little different in that respect, where it's like, you know, they're drawing a lot of attention to yourself, and it's got to be a very consuming type lifestyle. Like everything you do is basically you're doing it as another gender, like anything you do. You know what I mean? So when you leave the house, anything you do, you're here as a trend. So it's got to be kind of weird to do. I think that you know, in society as a whole, you're going to have to come to a point where you say, you know what, like it's a different, like maybe we do create a new league for athletics that is transgender athletics, and you know, but we can't just turn a blind eye and say, well, just because this person says they're a female makes them a female and allows them to compete against other females. That doesn't make logical sense, because biologically it's obviously different. And the reason why athletics were split by gender is because it's biologically different. That's why we don't have co-ed football and co-ed baseball and co-ed tennis. Like we do in some aspects, we have like mixed matches, right? But I mean, you can't put a man versus a woman in tennis and have a chance.
Right.
I mean, it's just different. They hit harder. Everything's different. So that's why we split it up to make it fair, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Scott just outed Bob and Mike. There's no Chelsea said there's a vaping show. Very little vaping is talked about here. I don't even know what's going on with vaping. Anybody got any new vaping stories? We got the thing in New Jersey. What happened in New Jersey?
I don't know, man.
It's
Jersey. I always hated Jersey. I don't like Jersey.
It's not looking good.
I love New Jersey.
I've actually was in the process of reading the bill 3265 before the show, so I could discuss it some more. But it's not good in New Jersey. Most of us know that we fought like hell and hopefully made calls and sent emails and stuff, even the people outside of New Jersey. Something that I wanted to talk about is we've got to help each other fight for other states because they're falling so fast. And unfortunately, New Jersey is one of those states that's had it out for vaping. And I think they're going to do anything possible in their will to get rid of it and make it impossible to run a business in New Jersey that's vapor related or in the vapor space.
It drives me absolutely bonkers. It drives me bonkers. I'll tell you, Herb Conway. Have you guys seen the Herb Conway guy from New Jersey?
I can't stand him.
He's a congressman out of the state of New Jersey. Jesus, I cannot stand this guy. He has basically his entire life has lived off the government dime. He went, sponsored through school, through programs, things of that nature. Now he works for the government, and and he's got this he's a doctor, apparently an MD, and a lawyer. Okay, like that just tells you right there that something's not right with the guy. Why do you need to be a doctor and a lawyer? Like, what is wrong with you that you had to go to school that long? Did you just not want to leave school? Is that what happened? I can't stand the guy, and he's like really pushing it in New Jersey. And they almost got it. They tabled it right in the beginning, and they almost got it taken out of the vote. But he sat there and talked for like 20 minutes, and I was tweeting him the whole time, telling him like, shut your fat face. If I ever run into Herb Conway, which I do, I go to Jersey quite a bit, and I'm in the area that he represents. If I ever run into him, I'm gonna slap him.
That was him that Greg Conley got into the debate with on stage, wasn't it? At the
yeah, that's him. Yeah,
coalition, New Jersey coalition thing.
Yeah, he said, look who he works for now.
Yeah.
What? Like, you're like the biggest piece of shit ever, and you're calling out somebody else.
So basically what happened, and hopefully I'm not behind because I have been working like crazy the last few days. The legislature approved the bill that we were hoping wouldn't be approved, to ban the sale of vaping products. And it went to the governor, who has to sign it before January 21st. And I don't believe he signed it yet, as far as I know, unless it just happened and I haven't heard about it. So they're waiting on the governor to sign the bill. I don't, based on previous things, I don't have a lot of faith in him not signing. But the way the bill is stated, it says, no person, either directly or indirectly by an agent or employee or vending machine owned by that person or located in the establishment, shall sell, offer for sale, distribute for commercial purpose at no cost or minimal cost, or with coupons or rebate offers, give or furnish to a person any electronic smoking device or any cartridge or other component of the device, including liquid nicotine that has a characterizing flavor.
Do you think sometimes, I think most of these guys that are doing this, they all seem corrupt, the ones that are really, really hard on vaping. Do you think they're just trying to shake down the vape industry and like get some money out of them? Like, why hasn't he signed?
It would help. Yeah, it would help if you paid him.
Yeah, why doesn't he sign the thing? And it almost like, how come some people don't play ball like that? Like that's the world we're in. That's the game you kind of have to play to get forward. So, if you're a couple companies together, it's probably not that expensive when you're talking about shutting down your business. It's probably
right. But yet you look at like as far as, because in my opinion, one of the things that I've always added for was a reasonable tax on vaping products, because at least then I can go in front of my legislator and say, look, this is how much money there is to be made off of taxes. But when you do the math on these states like New Jersey that are in the top of the master settlement agreement states, the money that they're getting compared to what, even if Juul got behind us and paid off the governor every year, it's just not even close as far as what we're able to do versus what they're getting for cigarettes with the master settlement agreement.
I mean, it's logic and public health versus money. And it's not just a little bit of money. We're talking millions, if not billions of dollars here. And you have so many financially motivating factors for the states. You have the financial motivation of the tax revenue of the MSA, of the tax revenue and the MSA. You have the motivation, financial motivation of the pharmaceutical companies who want to get in on the cut. And pharmaceutical companies are going to start, I'm telling you, they're going to try to schedule nicotine, and they're going to try to get the rights to sell you nicotine products. That's what the pharmaceutical, and then of course you have big tobacco who doesn't want to cut their profit. So that's who you're against. That's the money you're against. And then we have logic, reason, health, and that's it. The money is so small. I mean, we can block some of these like ridiculous bans in the states and, hold them for a bit. But ultimately, there's so much money against it. It's really surprising we've lasted this long.
I do, real quick though, I want to touch on a win that we had also. The VTA lawsuit with Vic Cannistraro, and the VTA backed it. John Glosser was involved. He's from New York. When Governor Cuomo did the flavor ban and just implemented it as an executive order, and they got a judgment and indictment, if you guys remember, this was a few months ago, that held off Cuomo's executive order while the court reviewed it. Well, the VTA actually won that. The judge ruled on it, came back and said that it was inappropriate in the governor's part, and he didn't have that power. He shouldn't have done it. So they did win that lawsuit, but that just means they have to go about it the right way through legislature, and our elected representatives make those decisions now, but we know how corrupt they are. So the fight's not over, but it's a big win, and it just kind of backs up what a lot of vapors and advocates have been saying all along, that it was illegal use of his power as governor.
Do you think that the vaping issue has become a partisan issue?
Yes, I do.
People were arguing that the other day. I thought that was an interesting conversation. I didn't comment, but I read through the majority of it. Does it feel like one party is against it and one party is for it?
Yeah, and to me, it's not necessarily. The reason I think it's a partisan issue comes down to if you prefer big government or small government, and if you prefer government overreach and abuse of power, or keeping the government out of things and letting the free market system decide. And so I think that's what I think it comes down to, and different parties believe differently about that, and I think that's where the division is. As much as I think some of these anti-vaxxers are crazy, they're just trying to keep the government out of their lives from deciding on a medical issue that should be between them and their doctor.
Yeah. I think it's clearly a partisan issue. I really do. And I think it has to do with, I guess you could call it government overreach. I think that the government, some people in the government feel that they have a responsibility to protect everybody that is in the nation. And then other parts of the government the other side believes that you have free will and do what you want to do. And I tend to side with I've made some pretty bad decisions in my life. But I tend to side with the government that lets me make my own decisions.
Right.
And to an extent, obviously, to an extent, as long as it doesn't interfere with anybody else's well-being or their right to happiness, right? But yeah, it feels to me that it is a partisan issue. That
What's
a
so
lot of the
funny
blue
to
states
me-
are the ones that are going down.
In like 2014, when we first really started fighting some of these outrageous laws that were proposed on the books and felt like we were under attack by the government, I was afraid that, the way that I saw it, I felt like it was going to be the Democrats that were going to be pro-vapor because it was kind of one of those alternative progressive things. And
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to be the Democrats that really got behind vapor and saw that as a way to relate to a new generation of people. And it turned out to be the total opposite.
Yeah.
I just figured the Republican Party was going to see it as a vice. And, a lot of the Republican Party from the Bible Belt that's anti-drinking and anti-smoking and stuff, I really figured they would be against this. And it's turned out totally opposite of what I expected.
I almost feel like, and it's such a bad platform to get behind, the anti-vaping, because you have people who are like us who are like pro-vaping, and we will fucking vote against you. If you say you don't want it, we will vote against you. And then it's like the other side, the majority of people that are against vaping are kind of like, I'm against it. But it's not like a big issue to them. You know what I mean? So it's pretty ballsy to get behind it.
Here's the thing though with that is like it tells you a lot about the person when they're anti-vaping. It doesn't just tell you like they don't believe in vaping. It tells you a lot about their character and their judgment. It almost seems ignorant. And so that like it doesn't just, it's not just the vaping thing. It's like, oh, that's what kind of person you are. You're one of them people that you have no information at all, and you're making decisions that are going to affect a lot of people, even though you have no clue what you're talking about. Wow. So it just, and then the same people that say, you don't know what it's going to do to you in 30 years. It doesn't matter. I know what cigarettes were going to do to me. Everybody seems to forget, like nobody's picking up vaping before cigarettes. Nobody's doing that. Everybody seems to forget that the cigarettes are extreme. They're not just like, oh, they're pretty bad for you. It's fucking terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
It's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
literally 1 out of every 2 people dies because of it. I mean, that's a pretty fucking big number.
And it's funny because like this, what it's really done for me. This is what this whole thing has done for me. And what I'm really talking about here is the misinformation that is being driven by the media, by the absolute lying, bold-faced lies that politicians say. And not only that, but the health organizations that are within the government, not giving the complete truth. We all know about what the CDC has done for months, not saying it was, and even today, Bloomberg put out a thing, something about like 2 kids die. We got to stop flavors, blah, blah, blah. It's not even related to flavors. And everybody knows that, right? But they're still doing that angle. What it shows to me, I think we just lost Charlie. What it does for me, Nick, is it, like a lot of the stuff I was hearing during the election about fake news and about the corrupt politicians and corrupt media and things like that, I would just kind of say, that's just, one side calling the other side out. But then you start seeing it. And as an educated person in this issue, I see the lies and I see the misinformation and I see what they're doing. And it kind of like pushes me the other way. Like, wait a minute, what they're saying is true, because I know this is true. And they're lying about it. So I think for me, it's kind of moved me in a different way politically, which I really didn't think I would ever do. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. Very weird.
So we need to cover something real quick for Mr. Nick, who's in chat. He said, did I miss buffets?
Yeah, we don't do buffets, right?
Actually.
Do we do buffets?
No, but we're going to for Nick. Sometimes we do. So what are you vaping on?
Go ahead, Mr. Devine.
I have, let me see which one I'm getting here. Yeah, so I always have this going, is the Orion but that's like my, this is more for work and stuff, like when I just need to take some nicotine, but I don't have salt nic in there. I got regular nicotine, just high level. It's like either 6 or 15 I'll put in there, depending on what I have. And then I got, which I heard about, I mean, a couple people told me about this RDA, but when Scott reviewed it and he really liked it, I got it and I really like it. The Widowmaker.
Ooh.
I got heat treated on a heat treated broadside.
Nice. You like that Widowmaker?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's
yeah.
awesome. That's a great RDA.
And then I got that I have Skull Cake in there from Homesick Eliquid, which is actually a company based out of Philadelphia. It's one of my good friends made it and never got it on the market quick enough for all the whatchamacallit, so he's stuck with hundreds of bottles. It's a really good e-liquid. It's a shame it couldn't get out there. There's two flavors in that line. They're really weird. They're weird sounding flavor profiles. This one's just like a blueberry pound cake, kind of like a blueberry. It's like a blueberry cake cookie. It's got like cookie in there and stuff. It's really good. And then this one's like it's like a lemon cake. I'm just dropping everything. It's like a lemon cake with strawberry frosting, and it's got cookie in there too. They're both really good. I really like this one. This one's really, really good. I've been vaping them. They're like my all-day vape for the past couple months now.
Nice.
And then I have Kim Dixon sent me some DIY juice that she calls Sweet Biscuits, which is just it kind of tastes like Rice Krispies to me with a lot of sugar on it. And I have the Dang.
Sounds good.
Of the TS.
Dang.
Yep. Dang on top of the TS. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I was vaping the Cosmonaut V2 for a while. But yeah, I had to rebuild that.
All right. Well, I don't have a 10-minute buffet.
Really?
I've got the Carbon with the recurve dual on it, which I've been rocking a lot again. My Paranormal with the K-Fun light. And the trusty Caliburn, and that's it. I've also got some Drag Nano pods somewhere around, but I don't have them with me here. And I'm rocking in the Drag Nano and my pods, I'm rocking Mojo from Paradigm's Voodoo line.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put mine on the chain because I kept losing the damn thing because it's so small.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice chain to give you with it. I like it.
What are you rocking, Scott?
Carbon and the RDA for vaping still. RDA for vaping, Carbon, and I'm vaping Mont Blanc with a little bit of Turkish cake in there. I mix those two together. It's really good. I haven't changed. I mean, I changed cotton on this, but I haven't changed the coils or anything. They still have the coil turd coils in there. Really nice. Look great. Great shape.
Do you still just top off with your squonk with whatever juice you have handy?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Basically I have three juices that I vape. Mont Blanc, Turkish cake, and then this one, Paradigm, Nilla Killer. That's the three that I vape. That's my three favorite juices. That's the only juices I vape. And I typically vape combinations of them together. Okay. And it's lovely. I think the Turkish cake and the Mont Blanc is my favorite combination of juices. And typically it's like 3/4 Mont Blanc and then like a 1/4 on top with the Turkish cake to give it a little lemon taste. And it's like fantastic. Jane, look into that. See if you can combine those two. I'm telling you, that'd be a winner. It's really good.
Shout out to Mr. Vapor Swaggins out there, also known as Precum Swaggins.
Precum.
Thanks for stopping by the show. Yeah, that's his nickname. I just found out. I'm not sure why.
There's no story behind the Precum?
I haven't gotten the full story yet. I'm sure there's a story there. I mean, the Precum came from somewhere. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe on Never Heard of Them next Wednesday, he'll break it down.
I hope so.
So Scott, you was that you that watched 90 Day Fiance?
I love that show. Best show on TV.
So
love that show.
Did you see? Let me see what her name was. Stephanie Woodcock. Did you see the episode with Stephanie Woodcock?
I don't recall the Stephanie Woodcock. I would remember that name.
Yeah. So
I don't remember.
This was a big deal, and apparently it's been shut down. But she's a porn star named Diamond Fox.
I know Diamond Fox is.
Okay, so
older, mature porn star. She's hot as fuck.
All right, so that's Stephanie. Her name is Stephanie Woodcock on 90 Day Fiance.
That's not her real name. I know. Just like that's about the same name as Diamond Fox.
Yeah. So this guy at West Point, a cadet at West Point, wanted to bring her to the military formal, whatever they call the military ball at West Point. So he invited her, and she said, "Sure, if you can fly me there and give me a hotel room, I'll come and I'll go to the formal with you." So the guy does what anyone else in his situation would do. That's got a porn star telling him they want to come hang out with him. He starts a GoFundMe. So he put up a GoFundMe, told people that she was willing to come. He just needed the money. She was willing to go to the formal with him. He just needed the money. He was trying to raise $1,200. And
so wait a minute, time out. Can I interject? Can I ask a question? So what does this have to do with 90 Day Fiance?
She was on 90 Day Fiance, or she's about to be on 90 Day Fiance.
And she's not the foreigner.
I don't know.
But
you knew who she was way more than I did.
She was going to a prom?
That's her.
Yeah, she's a babe.
The military formal, which is kind of like prom but for grown-ups. Okay. So it's the military ball for the fucking West Point cadets, their prom, I guess you could say. So he wanted to bring her so he could have the hottest MILF there, I guess. And she was like, "Sure, I'm down. Just get me there." He was like, "Oh shit, I don't have any money. Let me start a GoFundMe." Well, it kind of went viral, and the instructors at West Point and stuff found out about it, and they put a squash on it.
They put a squash on it?
Yeah, it says the cadets GoFundMe campaign fell apart after officers and fellow cadets of the U.S. Military Academy reported it to higher-ups, who then, quote, advised him to discontinue the fundraising and inform the actress that he can no longer bring her. He told a donor in a message passed to the military website Task and Purpose. So basically, West Point said, "Yeah, we didn't actually tell him he couldn't do it. He just talked to some other people who strongly advised that it wasn't a good idea." And she actually, though, made a comment. It says, "Fox confirmed to HuffPost she was set to make the West Point trip. The Florida-based actor is best known to mainstream audiences as Stephanie Woodcock on the current season of the hit TLC cable series 90 Day Fiance."
I did not know that she was on there. I know who Diamond Fox is.
She said,
I know who Diamond Fox is.
She said
I did not know that she was on there.
She was skeptical of the Service Academy's suggestion that the cadets' fundraising campaign ran afoul of a standard conflict of interest rule.
Really?
"I believe it's because of who I am, to be frank," Fox said. "I firmly believe if it were someone else, like a famous TV or movie actress, it wouldn't be a problem."
Yeah. If I didn't get Boudica 30 times
in
Gangbang 6, I probably would have been allowed to go to this ball.
Yeah, that's exactly
that kind of like when you're signing your contract to be in Boudica 6, Bukaka. Is it Bukaka? Is that how you say it, Charlie? Bukaka?
I think that's correct.
I think when you're in Bukaka 6, dorm room fun, I don't think you can go to any formals anymore. I think you pretty much give those up.
Especially military. I mean, there's certain things that when you decide that that's going to be your job, there's certain things you got to sign off on.
Could you imagine how fucking hot she would have been at that, all dressed up, dolled up, how fucking hot she would have been at that dance? Like literally, guys would have been getting divorced. Because women, they would have been like, the guys would have been all over. It'd have been awful.
Maybe that's why they didn't want her to be there. Maybe the wives had some concerns.
There might be some women on the board at West Point.
That's right.
Like, we don't want her there. I don't blame them.
So now you know to be watching for Miss Woodcock. I just think it's hilarious. Her name on 90 Day Fiance is Woodcock.
That's right. I like that.
It's almost a better porn name than
Diamond Fox.
Diamond Fox.
Fox is actually spelled with 3 X's, I think.
I believe so. Yeah. All right, we got I got a giveaway. I got a $25 gift certificate to Adore E-Liquid. If you guys want to jump in on this.
What?
I need a Shy Tots. Did I just say what I think I said?
I'm pretty sure Shy Tots is our sponsor there.
Shy Tots is goddamn. That was bad. I told you I haven't done this. I'm rusty.
Yeah.
I'm rusty, Nick. Really
Let's see. Jane's in chat. She just said, "Fuck you, Scott. I'll find."
Yeah, Jane just clicked off. Never to watch ever again. What? To Shy Tots E-Liquid, $25 gift certificate to Adore E-Liquid. I need a number in the chat. Between 1 and 100. Go. That was terrible. That was awful. Can I rewind that? I got the grandkids over. Grandkids are over. Pretty happy about that. They're spending the weekend here.
How old are the grandkids?
The ones that are here are 4 and 2.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's gonna get old by tomorrow afternoon.
Not happy. I'm literally like, I have like, what's that stuff called? That you buy over the counter, the sleeping aid.
Sedatives, yeah.
Oh, like NyQuil or something?
No, not NyQuil, the natural one.
Melatonin.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Oh yeah,
I have
that's
some of
fine
that.
for kids.
I'm gonna dump that in some of their hot dogs tonight.
Yeah, dude, they have gummies now. You just sneak one in. They don't even know that you fucking doped them up, and they'll sleep like a baby.
I'm gonna run to the store and get some after this. I'm gonna be like, "Are you guys tired? Look tired. Time to go sleep." But it's only 6:30. I know. I know. Early bedtime.
A long day.
All right, guys, keep the numbers coming. We're gonna pull a number for some beautiful Shy Tots E-Liquid. For fuck's sake, Scott. Jane just said, for fuck's sake, Scott. I'm sorry, Jane. I'm rusty. Jane, I'm rusty. I'm rusty. I need to get back on my game. I've been taking some time off from the live shows. Getting some important stuff coming. I got a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ran my other car.
Yeah, I saw it. I was surprised when I saw that it was a Ferrari.
It's not a Ferrari.
Damn.
It's not a Ferrari.
Yeah, I was surprised when I seen that it was a pink Hummer.
It's a pink Hummer. It is a pink Hummer. I ran my old car into a tree. Just ran it into a tree.
Into a church?
Tree.
Tree.
It would have been a church. I wasn't stopping. I just kept going and hit the tree, and then I was all discombobulated. Like I just kept hitting the accelerator. I don't know what was going on.
He ran into a tree in a parking lot.
In a parking lot.
At the doctor's office.
At the doctor's office. Yeah. I hit the tree, got out, looked at it, was like, that sucks. Tried to back up. I tried to back up and leave. I did. I tried to put it in reverse to see if I could get dislodged from the tree, but I couldn't. But I tried to get dislodged from the tree so I could just drive away. I was just gonna drive away. Like,
When you get a little older, like next year, and you have to get the doctor to sign off on your driver's license, you're gonna need to find a new doctor.
I thought about that, Charlie. I thought about should I be driving anymore? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? How did I do that? I don't know how I did it. I don't know. I accelerated. I hit the tree, and then I like, how did that just happen? It was almost like a dream state. It's almost like a dream state. Like I just hit the tree and kept going.
So you're like, fuck it, I'll just get a whole new car. I scratched this one.
No, they totaled it.
All our status.
Guy called me. He's like, "You did a number on that car. How'd you do that?" And I was like, "A kid was out on the road, swerved." He's like, "That's good. You didn't hit him." I was like, "He's perfectly fine. Kid's perfectly fine." There was a kid in the parking lot. He had Down syndrome.
A special.
He came over and stared at my car for a while. Me and him just stared and looked at it. He's
Can you imagine if you would have hit the special kid?
I got out of the car. I walked over to him. He's like, "Some guy just hit that tree." I'm like, "That guy is me." Wow. He's looked at me like I wouldn't even hit a tree.
It would have been really funny if he was like, "Well, you're retarded."
Yeah, way to hit a tree, you fucking retard. Yeah. Hey, he's like, "How the fuck you do?" It's cool.
Oh, Scott went full robot.
All right, let's go. Let's pull now the numbers in. All right, let me grab a number generator. Number generator.
I thought y'all were both frozen, but then Nick blinked. He was just being that stupid.
Am I frozen?
No, you're good now. You went robot for a second.
First number 79, second number 54, and the winning number is going to be 75. Closest to a number without going over is going to be our winner.
75.
I see some numbers there. So we got 51's in the lead with Mr. Mark. 51. I think Mark won with 51. I think we got a winner with 51. Mr. Mark Loomis. Congratulations, Mark. You're the winner, brother. You just won yourself a $25 gift certificate to Shy Tots E-Liquid. You can get yourself some Mont Blanc and be just like me. Or you can get yourself some those cat's whiskers. You want some cat's whiskers? Jane, is cat whiskers still around? Still your number one seller? Jane, number one? I was going to dump my car, McGill says. I was going to dump my car in a river for insurance money, then realized it would get on the news. I didn't want to be that guy. There's a 59, says. Where's the 59? I don't see. Oh, shit, there is a 59. Wait a minute. Bill McCurry. Bill McCurry. Sorry, Mark. I do that every time. Mark, sorry about that. There's a 59. Bill McCurry, you are the winner, my brother. Congratulations, Bill. Sorry, Mark. I'm sorry.
Damn,
Jane left. She's
really
done with you.
Jane left. Off your subscribers.
Jane left. Jane's like, I don't not do it. I'm not supporting your show anymore, Scott. You're too stupid.
When we were talking about Miss Woodcock earlier, Big G said cock blocked by the military.
So I got something I want to show you guys. I've been exploring the depths of the internet for you, Charlie, Nick, everybody in Crowd Swaggins. I've been exploring the depths of the internet for you. And I found something that I think you guys will all want to see. I found a guy. His name is Cyrax. Has anybody heard of this guy? You heard of Cyrax? This guy is a character. This guy's $1 million. It's $1 million. We got to get him on the show. It's $1 million guy.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you.
He's viral as fuck.
He is so viral. I'm going to show you a commercial that he started. This commercial is related to dry scalp. Dry scalp. So we're going to play this commercial. I'm going to bring it up here so everybody can see it. How do I do that? I'm going to share. Let's share that. All right, here we go. This is Cyrax's commercial. Scalp stress.
You didn't share audio.
I did share audio. There's no audio?
No, I don't hear it.
Hey, what's up, Cy? I don't see him. That's him. I don't know how to share audio. I don't know why the audio doesn't work.
You got to stop it. And then when you hit the share screen button, there's a little checkbox you have to check.
All right. So let me go back, unstop. Hey, what's up, guys? Hi, Willow. My grandkids are here. All right. So
Scott, share. Hold on. What's the title of the video?
You want to do it?
Yeah,
it's new Skullet Safe Formula. I can put the link in the chat. Want me to do that?
Yeah, throw that in there, and I'll share it because it was just kind of skipping on my end.
Hey guys, hold on. You want to be come here?
Nope.
Oh, you don't want to come over here? Just bring her over here. Come on, Willow. Come in the shot.
Say hi. Can you say hi?
There's Willow.
Hey, Willow.
So you're gonna be nice. You're gonna be nice to Grandpa today.
Just wait.
You're gonna be nice to me today, please.
You can wait.
All right, chat. Here you go, Charlie.
Scott Leighton did a GoFundMe for him.
I saw that. Yeah, Leighton, my son did a GoFundMe for this guy.
All right, let's go.
All right, there you go.
I'm up the steps.
He did a GoFundMe for what?
For Cyrax.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 100,000, 150,000, $250,000 GoFundMe.
I hate this cold, dry weather. Makes my scalp itch worse.
That's scalp stress itch.
When I blow dry, my scalp itch gets intense.
That's scalp stress itch.
When I'm trying to record a heartfelt message about why my rap career is failing, sometimes my skull feels like it's on fire.
And the answer to that is very freaking simple. It's because of groups like the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut basically made me believe that they were a record label. And told me that they would help me and this and that.
So is that good, Scott? Or
look at that face! Oh! I'm trying to find his dance video, man. There's a dance video. This guy is internet gold.
So tell our viewers may not be keeping up with the Cyrax thing. Tell our viewers about Cyrax.
Oh, there's plenty to tell. Cyrax is a rapper and a dancer and a songwriter and a singer. He's everything. He's everything all balled up into one. He's fantastic. He is fantastic. I'm one of his biggest fans. I literally am one of his biggest fans.
I know when I talk to you to check in, that's all you're ever doing.
I've watched his Cyrax videos.
I feel
he has thousands of videos up. Thousands of videos.
Damn, that's
all about him. Yeah. Dancing. I'm trying to find the one where he dances. Because he has one where he like shows off his dance moves.
So I was telling you before the show about Kill Tony. If you like that kind of stuff, Scott, you would love Kill Tony.
I probably would. I'm trying to find his dance video.
I think I have it. Let's see if this is the one you're talking about.
Let me see. No video. No video, Charlie.
Y'all don't have video?
No, it's just your computer screen.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Yes. It's like it's almost not real. It's almost like it's not real. Look how fast he is.
Shalom lo boy na boy Hashem lo yishmoyir Shalom shokat shoymei Ine lo yonum velo yishon Lo yonum velo yishon Shoymei Yisroel Ine lo yonum
It's almost like, you know what the most surprising thing in this video is, Nate? How clean his house is. I would have never guessed his house was that clean.
Right.
I would have never guessed it.
So people are giving him money?
I gave him money.
Really?
No.
I don't know if he has a Patreon or not, but he's really popular in the what would you call that genre, Scott?
Awesomeness
of the whole ICP fan club apparently has like these subsectors. And Cyrax is part of one of them. What was their name, Scott? Something boys, the guys that started you down this rabbit hole.
It was I can't recall exactly what I found. Somebody was talking about this Juggernaut show, which is fans of the Insane Clown Posse. And then I just started watching all the videos, and I found them. And then once I found him, I've been on. That's what I've been going.
Your search is over. Your search is over.
That's it. So they had
literally like almost quit vaping just to become a juggalo.
They had this is what got me. So we're at home with the kids, and Leighton and I and Veronica and Heaven, his wife or girlfriend, we're watching YouTube, and I popped this video, and they had a rap battle. They had a rap battle between Cyrax and another guy, and it was literally, we laughed. I don't think we've laughed that hard in years. We fucking laughed at this rap battle forever, and that's what really started me on this whole thing with these videos.
I didn't know he did battle rap. I've got to check into
extremely well.
I love a good freestyle.
Yeah, let me find the rap battle. Let me find that.
Is there something known about him? Like, is there something wrong with him? Before.
Do you really need to ask that?
Huh? I mean, I automatically think drugs with the itching.
No, I don't think he's on drugs.
No.
No,
because that's what I mean. That's.
I think he's on chromosomes. I think chromosomes probably got him. I don't think it was drugs.
So, one of our viewers said they're doing an in-depth interview with Cyrax tonight on drama. Kiki.
Hold on.
That's what
I'm trying to find it. That's not it.
That's what I was thinking, Billy. He can move like a motherfucker.
He is. Oh boy, we're not gonna show that one. We're not gonna show that one. There was one. He had like a Hitler hat on.
The Bender Boys.
Thanks, the Bender Boys.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah,
it's the Bender Boys.
Yeah, somebody in the. Yeah, there's Mikey 2 times. I see him in the chat. I see him in the chat quite a bit. And there's Brooklyn Menace. I see him in the chat. Yeah, I see Brooklyn Menace, Bender Boys. Yeah, so these are the guys. These are the guys that I see in the chats. Yeah, these are the guys I see in the chats that talk about that are part of. They're part of a crew. We're part of a crew. Yeah. We're a crew. We're a fan club. I'm a fan.
So Brooklyn Menace said he doesn't do drugs, but he's a pompous asshole. He literally thinks he's the best at everything.
And that's what makes it so fun to make fun of him. I don't really make fun of him because I just watch, but he does think he's really good at stuff.
That sounds like Ned.
He's kind of like Ned.
Yeah.
With like really bad balding. Like his hairline starts at the bottom of his neck.
Yeah, that scratching, that's the first thing I thought. Scratching, like a lot of drugs do that. That meth is a big one, and opiates do that. I used to do it all the time. I used to, like, you always are fidgeting around with your face. You're always doing this, like this. It's a big sign.
That to me,
don't think he can afford narcotics.
To me, the nose itch.
You're sending him money. You're sending him money.
I didn't send him any money.
You said you did.
Well, I don't have any right now, but I'm going to. I plan on it. I just haven't yet.
I wish we could have a really nice
you left us for that.
A hardcore debate here on the show with a few juggalos and Cyrax. Maybe we can set that up.
Let me tell you something. These guys are funny. They're legitimately funny. They're creative and they do some really funny videos. These guys. They're funny. They have good sense of humor.
Does Brooklyn Menace have a channel?
Yeah, he's got a channel.
Yeah, I found it.
They do some really creative, funny stuff. I have to give it to them, but they really go after each other. They really go after each other, like much more than I would.
Brooklyn Menace says he does all the filming.
Yeah.
I'm subbed to you now, so you got a new sub, Brooklyn Menace. Thanks for stopping by the hot tub.
All right, guys. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure. I've got to go spend some quality time with my grandkids. Nick, as always, I think we're going to have you back next week. What do you say?
We'll talk about, because it was actually perfect timing this week, just with work and everything. Like, I got home at a decent time. So yeah, we'll talk. If
it's like, it was a shitty show, I'm not coming back.
He didn't want to be.
No, if I could be late, then definitely. If I could come in here at like 5:15, then definitely.
Now that the show's over, I can finally reveal where I am.
Oh, you're in the Tigers locker room.
Oh,
that's right.
All right, Nick. Pleasure to have you. Charlie, what do you guys say to the great people at home watching?
Fucking go Tigers, national championship, and come check us out next week. We'll have a better show next week, hopefully. And maybe we'll offend even more people, because I think we got like 7 or 8 stereotypes this show. So we're going to go for 12 next show. And Nick's going to be here late, apparently. But
maybe not.
He's a baller like that. Yeah. And Scott got a new Ferrari.
I think
that's it. Take it away, Ferrari boy.
I think it's a Ferrari. No, I got an Impala. Like Dr. Dre. First off, this show was fantastic. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This show was fantastic.
No, I had a great time as always.
I was a little off. But, it's been about 3 weeks since I've been live. So I was a little off. But I'm ready to party. Ready to go upstairs and get trampled by grandkids. Anyway, thanks everybody for showing up. I hope you guys have a fantastic night tonight and a great weekend. Good holiday weekend. Enjoy it with family. Now, tonight you have Tommy Vapors on 11 o'clock, Vape Stew on at 10 o'clock. You have the Green Room on at 8 o'clock. You have Rising Vapors, I believe, on at 8 o'clock. Tune in. Fresh, I think, is on at 9 o'clock. I will see you in the chat of some of those, but I'll probably be watching the Juggalo stuff that I watch now.
And Chamberlain didn't kill herself.
Huh? Who didn't kill himself?
Chamberlain. The chick that Georgia murdered on the sidelines by kicking her in the head when she was taking pictures. Anyway.
Somebody died. What now?
Spring will know what I'm talking about. You didn't hear about the photographer that got her head kicked off almost?
No.
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
All right, guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Bye.